still working out this whole live stream thing, and I know it looks kind of crazy. I'm not quite sure. I'm working out this one freaking tool that I'm trying to work with, and it doesn't seem to be very friendly. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out something else. It works great when I'm recording, but not so good when I'm not. So I don't know. Let me see. I'm gonna tag Lauren Wolbrandt. Where you at, Lauren? Where you at, Lauren? I don't know. All right, anyway, hello. All right, we're back. So we're back. No more comedy bears, except I'm going to show you guys the image of my stool. There's my face. There we go. Turn that around. Boom. All right, cool. So, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by my technology, we were just finishing up my warm-up, so went through all that. All right. So tonight with the beginning intermediate class, what I really want to talk about, what I really want to work on is kind of going, let's see if that'll help, there we go, is really about picking up your feet. And so a lot of times what I see with students, I'm going to turn sideways, a lot of times what I see, hey LA, what I see with students is when they're actually doing flaps, we teach them to move forward. And the reason that we do that is because as we're doing that, one of the things we end up doing is we teach them kick the bug, step on the bug, right? Kick the bug, step on the bug. That's how we teach the flaps, okay? The problem with that is that when you're in candidate invite space, as many of us are right now, I realize that I'm pretty fortunate. I have a big space to use. I can move around. I'm not limited by a 4x4 or a 2x2 square. That being said, I think this is a really good opportunity to talk about staying in place, all right? And one of the things that I do with my students when I'm talking about staying in place is I love going to the studios where they have the little hula hoops, not the really big ones, but the little hula hoops, right? Those are the ones that I like to go to. Now, the reason why is the little hula hoops really make the kids understand keeping things under their shoulders. So for an alignment purposes, I'm going to move my camera up here real quick. For alignment purposes, what I really want you guys to work on, let me see if that's high enough. There you go. So for alignment purposes, what I really want you guys to work on is collarbones over hip bones over knees, knees over the balls of the feet. So tonight I really want to talk about staying in place, right? Again, most of you guys are on small boards. Everybody's probably nodding their head. Got 14 people in here. Right? You teach them now too, right? So if you know what I'm talking about, do me a favor. If you know what I'm talking about, so every time you see me looking over here, I have a TV right here. I know y'all can see it. So every time you see me looking over there, I'm looking at your comments. Okay? So if you know what I'm talking about with the small boards, just put a smiley face or something on there so I can see I'm not here alone. All right. So here's the thing. When we teach the babies, we teach them to march in place, right? March, 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 march. So that's fine. And then we teach them to march around the room. And because they're marching, they're really not taking a big step, right? So taking that same rule and applying it to what I'm going to teach you tonight, I want you to think about bringing the knees up, right? So we're basically going to go, and I know you can't really see my feet. I'm not really tapping right now. But that's all we really want to do for now. I really just want to see you guys. Let me put my phone back down here for you. I just really want to see you guys pick your knees up. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So you can see that I'm picking my knees up. Pulling my knees up, right? So what that does, when I take my alignment, collarbones over hip bones over knees, knees over the balls of the feet. What that does is it makes it so that when I put my foot down, I put my foot down directly underneath me, right? So as you do your flap, a lot of times, again, what people are doing is they're doing flap forward, right? Flat forward, flat forward. I want you to go, pull your knee up and do flap down, right? So flap down, flap down, flap down, right? So when I pick my knee up, I'm doing my flap, down, 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 down. So when you're doing it in place, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's keeping them in place, right? Do them in a circle around you, double time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 1, 5, 6, 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? So that's flap in place. Working through those hip creases. That's right. Right? Dancing your butt cheeks. Gotta sink your knees, right? Sink into your knees and kind of lean back in your hips a little bit. Grace Davis. Man, I like when he comes in here, but you're a little above my level, man. All right, so now when that comes into play, the other thing we want to do is really talk about what we mean by step. So a lot of times you'll have the kids, and they'll be doing shuffle step, and they'll put their foot down, but they haven't engaged the other foot to pick the foot up off the floor. So another piece of really keeping things in place when you're on those little boards, those little circles, you don't have a whole lot of room, is that when you step, pick up your other foot. So as you put this other foot down on the floor, as you put a foot down on the floor, pick the other one up so it's already ready to go. So if you're doing shuffle step, pick the foot up. And you don't have to jump into it. You can step into it and pick your foot up. Shuffle step, 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 step. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Right. So I usually ended up with a shuffle ball change, just to kind of put a hey Trish, to kind of put an accent on it. Now we're gonna start with a step. We're going to do this step, shuffle, ball change, shuffle, step, shuffle, step, shuffle, ball change, shuffle. Okay? Hot potatoes, right. All right, so we're going to start with the right foot. We're going to do, so here's this. This is a play on the little kids. Shuffle, step, shuffle, ball change, shuffle, step, shuffle, ball change, shuffle, step. It's a play on that. And rather than start with the shuffle, right, step, we're going to start with a step, and the step's going to happen on 1. So stepping on the right foot, you're going to do 1 and 2, 3, shuffle, ball change. So you're starting with the right foot, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, shuffle, ball change. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go 1, 2, 3, shuffle, ball change. Step on the left foot, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, shuffle, ball change. Right foot, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3. Last time, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, does anybody, do you guys have any questions about that before I go on? I know I've got about a 5 second, I've got a little bit of a delay between what you guys see and what you guys hear. Some of you guys are probably on your iOS devices, that's okay. So, if you have any questions, let me know, otherwise I'm going to continue. Cool? All right, here we go. So, now, remember I said shuffle, step, shuffle, ball change, shuffle, step, shuffle, ball change, shuffle, step. Remember that's what I said. Now, here's the thing. You're going to start with the right foot. You're going to do step, shuffle, ball change, shuffle. Okay? So, starting with the right foot, step, shuffle, ball change, shuffle. Now, left foot, step, shuffle, ball change, shuffle. Again, step, shuffle, ball change, shuffle. 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 Step, Okay, so that's what I call a step shuffle. Just a step shuffle break. It's just, again, a good exercise. When you're talking about timing, you can get it going faster. You can play the accents differently. Right? You can stomp. Right? Right? So you can throw different accents in there. It's all on how you play with it, right? Any questions? No questions? We're good? Let me see here. I'm going to jump on my computer real quick, hop into the Tap Dancers Hub, and I want to see if I can hit live. That one's going on right now. Hey, look, I can be on the live and watch the live at the same time. We're going to go ahead and delete these two. Sorry, my failed attempts. Don't want those being out there forever. I'll delete them later. All right, so as I was saying, and kind of where we're at now. So as that applies to, let's talk about that. First of all, staying in place. And as you can see, as I'm doing this, and the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm really keeping everything kind of in place underneath me. Right? So I'm keeping it all underneath me. Now, let's talk about the time steps. Time steps are kind of like a pendulum, right? So a pendulum, whoa, I don't want to spill that. A pendulum kind of swings back and forth, right? Pendulums kind of swing back and forth, like an old clock, like the arm on an old clock, right? So time steps are kind of on a pendulum. So as I teach them, hop, step, flat ball change. So I'm going to do it this way. So I'm going to hop on my left foot first. Hop, step, flat ball change. Hop, step, flat ball change. Now what that looks like from the side, hop, step, you can see I move, you can see that as I ball change, I kind of take my weight and I still keep it underneath me, right? So I'm still underneath me. Now, I've got my right foot right dead underneath me. All I'm going to do is I'm going to hop back to the back foot. You can see that I'm picking my knees up versus taking my leg back. So I'm picking my knee up instead of taking my leg back, right? So 1, 2, you can see the knees coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. That's 1. 4. Okay, so that is, that's how you teach, that's how I teach the single time steps. Now, let's talk about time steps from a turn standpoint, right? Now, I'm going to go into the double first, triple, and then I'll show you guys how to turn a time step, the way I turn a time step. My turns are only half turns though. So for the traditional time steps, I got full turns, but these ones are just half turns. So looking at the double, same thing, hop, flat, will change, hop, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, double triple, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now, the other key, that's the double. The other key to understanding what I see a lot is I see students who turn their ball change into one sound, right? It's distinction, right? So, right? That distinction is a distinction of sound. Now, triple, hop, shuffle, step, flat ball change. So, triple time steps. Now, let's talk about how to turn those. So if we hop on the left foot, and we do our shuffle with our right foot, we're going to turn over our right shoulder. So we're turning this direction towards the camera. Okay? So, hop, shuffle, step, and as I do the shuffle step, I'm going to turn. So, hop, shuffle, step. I've already turned around, full lap, ball change. Now I'm going to do the other side. I'm going to turn over the left shoulder. Hop, shuffle, step. Turn around, face the back, full lap, ball change. Right foot. Hop, shuffle, step, full lap. Now that goes back to, again, when you're doing shuffle, step, you have to really pick this foot up, right? Because as you throw that shuffle, hop, you're kind of throwing your shuffle so you can get around on that step. Hop, shuffle, step, full lap, ball change. Hop, shuffle, step. So see how, look, the technicality piece of my foot. See my foot? That one? Off the ground. Same thing, left side. Hop, shuffle, step, lift the right foot, full lap, ball change. So, my shuffle salad crap. So 1, 2, 3, last one. Good, Jennifer, I'm back to learning. So that's the 180 turn, triple time step. Now you can turn any time step. So you can turn any time step. Doesn't really matter, you know. You can make them all kind of go where you want. Now this is a really cool way to layer. So for your teachers on here, from a choreographical standpoint, this is for you. It's really easy to put a time step together. Hold on, let me move this up so I can actually say it to the camera. All right. So here's the thing. Hear me on this. It is really easy to take a really cool, complex, well put together time step section. Okay, hear me, and set it into a piece of choreography so that we all have lines, production, super lines, right? And if you're going with the tap theme, and not everybody in your company can tap, little trick: stick with the warm up. Stick with the warm up. They don't have to tap. All they got to do is keep time, right? That's all they got to do. And then as you build, you can give them different parts of it, but you don't have to do anything complex. Here's the thing. You can take a really cool, intricate time step section based off the single, double, triple. Layer them, single, double, triple, so you have 3 people. Or if you want to go with a 4-part quadruple, or not quadruple, but syncopated time steps. And I'll show you those in a second. But you can layer them, and you have a plethora of different sounds, right? But still keeping the same rhythm. So, if you're looking for ideas, and here's the thing, there's nothing worse than an al second and fouetté turn section in a jazz piece, in a group. Nothing worse, I promise you. We don't really like to see it, but the reason we don't like to see it is because in most cases, it's not done well executed, and we've got legs and heads flying all over the place. That's why we don't like to see it, okay? Now, this time step section is kind of like that section, right? If it's done well, we love it, right? If it's not done well, yeah, we're going to ding you on it because it's really basic, right? But if you can put a time step section together really well and layer it right, you can do multiple time steps, because remember, a time step is a time step is a time step. All you have to do is continue to count to 8, right? So when you're doing those time steps, you can layer them in a way choreographically that will make so much time, so much of the choreography easy, because you don't have to think about it. You just have to figure out how many 8 counts you're going to take up. And if you set it correctly, okay? If you set it correctly and you break up your time steps into 2 different sections, you can take up 2 full bars of music, 4 8 counts twice. A full measure, not a full bar, a full measure of music, right? You can fill that up twice. That's a chorus. And if you do that right, you can have 2 different time step sections that kids already know that they do as part of their warm-up, and you can just plug it right in, and you're not doing repeat choreography. Oh, the half turn? Hi, Michelle. Yeah, the half turn's kind of cool. That was something that I learned really, really early on. I can't even remember whose workshop that I was at that I learned that. But anyway, so I'm going to get off my soapbox. Do you guys have any questions about what I just said about the whole choreography thing? Here's the thing. I'm kind of qualified. I mean, I'm not the best thing since sliced bread. I know that. I don't claim to be the best, but I've won a lot of awards, right? And the reason I won a lot of awards is because I pay attention to the silly stuff. And I think it's more or less because I sit in the judge's chair too. So that's kind of where my opinion comes from. All right. So can somebody do me a favor? And on your screen, depending on where you guys are at and what device you're using on your screen, we got Michelle's comment right over where my feet are going to be. I just need somebody to drop a smiley face in there. All right, we're going to talk about syncopated time step. I'm going to throw this back at you. Yep, I got it. 20 minutes, perfect. So we're going to talk about the syncopated time step. Now, the syncopated time step comes off the triple. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the syncopated time step comes off the triple time step. Clean is always better. That's right, LA. All right, cool. Okay, so syncopated time step. Somebody else hit me up one more time. I need one more. I need one more text bubble, please. Give me one more text bubble down here so you guys can see my feet. All right. So syncopated time step. Hop, shuffle, step, full lap, hold. That hold is heavy. You start down flat on that right foot, and then full lap, full lap, full lap, full change. So you have. Let's see, let me move this back. There we go. Whoop. Let me move that back so I'm in the light. I didn't think about that. There we go. So we're going to do hop, shuffle, step, full lap, hold. And then again, taking your flaps in place. Flap, flap, flap. Right? So hop, shuffle, step, full lap, hold. And then flap, 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 change. Okay, so. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So when you're layering your time steps, let me go through it real easy, right? So your traditional time step, single, double, triple, right? Single, double, triple. 2 of those equals 1 8 count. So when you do single, double, triple, all in 4, you're doing 6 8 counts, basically, right? 6 8 counts. And then if you add the syncopated time for step for 2, that's 8 8 counts. So watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, counting out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, syncopated time step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 2, 2, 3, 4. Right? So that's how you clean up, that's how you kind of tie your time steps together. Really easy, right? 8 8 counts right there. And then you can turn them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I will turn this one. Because the cool thing is if you put this together right, you can lay it out choreographically. Think about big dancers, right? Think about what it looks like from the top, not what it looks like from the front. Think about what it looks like when you're sitting stage level and the effect you want it to have on our perception as we're looking at the lines that are square in front of us, but then looking diagonal down the lines kind of from where we're sitting. That's a cool effect. But when you look at it from the top, right? If you set it off every other person, I'm giving you guys nuggets here. If you set it off every other person, so if my daughter were down here, for instance, and we were doing this, this combination, we would start off together. 1, 2, and she would turn. 1, then I would turn. Then she would turn. So now we're going back to back, right? Or I can set it up turning right from the beginning with one person facing the other way. But when I'm finishing it, I finish everybody together facing downstage. Everybody together facing downstage on the flap, flap, flap. Okay, that's how I set up that choreography. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that it makes a little bit of sense to you. Sorry, I'm just adjusting lights here. It's weird. Huh. Let me see if I do this. I think I messed with this last week too, because I was using one tool and it was super bright in here. And now I'm using, again, these are my super handy dandy cheap lights. You see if that gives me a little bit more light. That's a little bit better. Alright, so do you guys have any questions about that at all? About the way to tie that together and how to make that work? No? Yes? Yeah, I got thumbs up? Cool. Alright, so now that that's kind of out of the way, I want to teach you guys, I want to work on the Broadway Alexander Shirley Temple. Okay? I'm going to take it one step further. I'm going to show you how to turn it. Broadway Alexander Shirley Temple. Flap, heel, heel, brush, heel, toe, heel. Flap, heel, heel, brush, heel, toe, heel. Heel, heel, brush, heel, toe, heel. Heel, heel, brush, heel, toe, heel. Everybody should know what that is, right? That's on my top 100. If you go to if you guys go to Mile High City Tap Dance Festival, milehighcitytapdancefestival.com. There's a glossary that I'm about to publish on there. So go on there, log in, create an account, become a member, Mile High City Tap Dance Festival. And you're going to see some pretty cool stuff happening there. But the Broadway Alexander, that's like the second or third one on my, no, it's actually the first one. The Alexander's the first one on my top 100. So that's the one, that's this one right here. Flap, heel, heel, brush, heel, toe, heel, flap, heel, heel, brush, heel, toe, heel, flap, heel, heel, flap, heel, heel, brush, heel, toe, heel. All right, now, let's talk about this from a full turn standpoint and from a half turn standpoint. So we're going to take it from the half turn standpoint first. And I want everybody to think in their head, push turn. Think jazz class, push turn, pivot turn, whatever. You're going to step forward. This is, so I've got my right foot back here. Okay, I've got my right foot back. Okay, so I'm going to step forward with my right foot. I'm going to turn over my left shoulder. Okay, that's all we're doing. We're going to step forward with our right foot. We're going to turn over our left shoulder. Okay, coming back. So do it again. Turn, step forward with your right foot. Turn over your left shoulder. I'm going to do it facing the back this time. Here we go. So step forward, turn. Step forward, turn. Step forward, turn. One more time. Step forward, turn. Okay. So now, if you think about that, what we're going to do is you're going to do a flap, heel, heel. And you're still doing back heel, front heel. So you're still doing other heel, opposite heel. But this time you're going to do the flap, heel, heel as you do the turn. So you're going to do flap. And as you do that pivot turn, heel, heel. And then again, brush, heel, toe, heel. So you're facing the back wall. Right? Does that make sense? So again, coming down stage, right foot. Right foot. Flap, heel, heel, brush, heel, toe, heel. Okay? Right foot again. 5, 6, 7, 8. Flap, heel, heel, brush, heel, toe, heel. Again, right foot. 5, 6, 7, 8. Flap, heel, heel, brush, heel, toe, heel. Hey, Anita. How are you? All right, so the turn again. Flap, heel, heel, brush, heel, toe, heel. Now, we're going to pick up the left foot now. We're going to do flap, heel, heel. We're going to do a pivot turn, but we're going to pivot turn over our left shoulder this time. So you're going to step forward on your left foot, flap, heel, heel. Now you're facing back to the front, brush, heel, toe, heel. So if it's coming down, we're going to go slow, so I'm just going to back up. So if it's coming down stage, I know you can't really see my feet really well. Maybe next week I'll put my white shoes on. I don't have my white shoes down here. Okay. So right foot, flap, heel, heel, brush, heel, toe, heel. I'm going to continue moving down stage. So I'm going to step forward on my left foot. Flap, heel, heel, brush, heel, toe, heel. Facing that side wall. Going forward. Flap, heel, heel, brush, heel, toe, heel. Side wall. Flap, heel, heel, brush, heel, toe, heel, side wall. Okay, does that make sense? So it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Does that make sense? Right? Those are called, those are what I call Alexander turns. Right? Okay? Now let's talk about how to make them a complete turn. So you have right foot and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. If you and 5 and 6 hold 7, 8, hold 7, clap 8, you'll have and 5 and 6, 7, 8. Right? So you go and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 hold 7. And then you can go off the other side. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7. Right? So that's a cool way to bring it around. Now, that all ties into, here we go, Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great. Let me bring this up here. Alexander the Great, my friends, was historically a great and crazy conqueror. Right? Conquered all of Macedonia. It's the craziest thing. If you don't know him, if you're too young, definitely learn about Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great conquered everywhere he went. And he was loved by his people till the very end. But this step, the reason that I call these Alexanders, right, is because of Alexander the Great. This step right here. Now, the Alexander the Great is a single combination that I created. Okay? It's a single combination that I created just several years ago, threw it in a piece of choreography, and every once in a while I like to pull it back, but it's got a name, okay? Alexander the Great. It goes flat, heel, Broadway, Alexander, flat, heel, Broadway, flat, heel, jump, shuffle, heel, dig, step, brush step, flat, heel, brush heel, toe, flat, will change, clap. So that's how it works, okay? So I'll do it slow. We got to start on the left foot, or we got to start on the right foot, okay? So starting on the right foot, you're going to go flat, heel, and then going to the right, Broadway, flat, heel, brush heel, toe, heel. And then again, flat, heel. Now this is where it gets tricky. You're going to jump to the right, little jump, and I want you to think a quick shuffle, jump, shuffle, heel. And then you're going to dig step. I want you to cross your foot over, and then you're going to twist your hips. You're going to step to the right, and then you're going to brush step. We're going to take that nice and slow. So you have flat, heel, brush heel, toe, heel, flat, heel, right here. Jump, shuffle, heel, dig, step, brush step. Okay, do that. Jump, shuffle, heel. Dig, step, brush step. 6, 7, and jump, shuffle, heel. Dig, step, brush step. Again, 5, 6, 7, and jump, shuffle, heel. Dig, up again. 5, 6, 7, and jump, shuffle, heel. Dig, step, brush step. 5, 6, 7, and that's the wrong one. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2. I did a buffalo instead. Jump, shuffle, heel. 5, 6, 7, and here we go. 5, 6, last time, jump, step. Okay, now putting that all together into the Alexander the Great. Here you go. Flat, heel, heel, brush heel, toe, heel. Flat, heel, right here. Jump, shuffle, heel. 5, 6, 7, and jump, shuffle, heel. Dig, step, brush step. Okay? All of that together. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2. Broadway. And 1, jump, shuffle, heel. Okay? One more time. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Oh, my bad. I'm doing a whole different combination. Here we go. Try it one more time. 5, 6, 7, and 1. Jump, shuffle. Okay, that's it. Now, now that you've pulled back on your right foot, your left foot is free. Right here. Flat, heel, brush heel, toe, heel, flat, I'll change, clap. I'm going to take it down towards the wall behind me, so I'm going to go flat, heel, brush heel, toe, heel, flat, heel, dig, step, push, step. Broadway go Alexander, going forward. Full lap, heel, heel, push, heel, toe, toe, full lap, pull, dig, lap. Okay, so that whole combination, nice and slow. We're going to work through it. Right foot, 5, 6, 7, and full lap, heel, full lap, heel, full lap, full lap, full lap, full lap. Oh, my bad, my bad. No, I'm getting tired. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, and 5, 6, 7. Okay, that is the Alexander the Great. I'll do it towards the audience. Do it towards you guys. So again, this is my right foot. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4. Alexander the Great. Any questions with that? We got about, I'm going to give it about 7 minutes because I'm going to stop the stream and then I'm going to finish my sustain. Sustain, guys. Sustain, sustain, sustain. This stuff right here. This stuff right here. Let me see if I can put it up just so you guys can see it. That stuff right there. Sustain. Best stuff ever. Gotta get it from this little online store that I buy stuff from. It's pretty cool. Alright, so any questions about the Alexander the Great? Choreography questions. Here's the thing. Listen, guys. If you're doing this every week, I'm trying to develop something here. I'm trying to get us something going. MileHighCityTapDanceFestival.com. Go there, register just as a member. Okay, you don't have to buy anything, just register as a member. There's forums. I'm trying to create a community, mobile apps, but we're setting ourselves up as these kind of events being really kind of our main go-to, so you can learn from us. Now, so if you're taking this class and you're doing it on a regular basis, please, by all means, please go to the site and register and log in, create a membership. Because that's going to be the easiest way for me to kind of track how we're doing, right? And to know what you guys are after, what you guys are at, what questions you guys have. So I want you to fill forms and ask questions. And so please go there tonight. MileHighCityTapDanceFestival.com. Go there tonight. You can't see me, but let me move this again. Yeah, go there tonight and register. Sorry. Register for an account. It's free. Again, forums. We're building the site, so if you see anything wonky or see any typo, don't bust me up because I'm still working on it. I screwed something up. I was building the welcome page today, and I did something and like screwed the whole page up. I had to rebuild it. So, yeah, stressful. But yeah, please go on there. That's my community, right? That's the community that I'm trying to build for me, and it's a global community. Last week, if you guys didn't see on my page, there was a girl in France. Oh, Lisette, I think. Oh my gosh, I hope she forgives me for pronouncing it wrong. But she took what I taught last week, and she was actually teaching it in France that afternoon because she had stayed up till like 3 in the morning. Here's the funny thing: my lessons sound really freaking cool in French. That's why I wish I could speak it because it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. If you guys didn't see it, go to my page and check it out. Lastly, Tap Dancers Hub exclusive. Chelsea May, I announced it officially on my page on Monday. Chelsea May pushed it out to the Tap Dancers Hub. So again, remember, this coming May 25th, we are going to have an all-day live stream of some really amazing people that are going to be right here on Tap Dancers Hub doing classes just like this for you. The whole entire community. Doesn't cost anything. We are doing it as a celebration of National Tap Dance Day and Bilbo Jenkins Robinson's birthday. And it's done Mile High City Tap Dance Festival in conjunction with the Tap Dancers Hub. So it's Chelsea May and I are working together to bring this really cool thing together. I cannot wait. You guys are going to freak all the way out. I cannot wait to tell you who some of the people are that have signed up and taken blocks of time on that day. We're talking about an 8 or 10 hour straight stream right out of this. 2 levels, intermediate, beginning, intermediate, and intermediate advanced. So about the level that you guys have right here, beginning, intermediate, maybe a little bit harder, and then intermediate advanced about what we'll do in the next class, all right? So if you don't have any questions, I'm going to stop this stream. I'm going to immediately start another one. So if you're staying, hop out. I'll start the next one. Hop right back in. I'll finish my drink and we'll carry on, all right? Cool. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, every Friday night, 7 o'clock, this class, until we all go back to the studio. Cool? All right. Peace out.